Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. For every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Noles will kick this deep to get us going. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. Underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. He's found some room at the 45. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. And you think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
He'll hand it off. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Same tailback, another carry. Oh, and he's in the... Got a lane. Can he get in? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Point after, up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. Doesn't bring the kick out, touchback. They'll start at the 25. Back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. And now the handoff. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. He's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. They'll run it to the right side. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Receiver in motion now. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Scanning the field, it's Kromenhoek. He'll throw it now. Receiver makes the catch. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And the Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go.
Looking to throw yet again. Pressure is coming. Hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Get set, get set.
Looks right for a quick completion. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
On third downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. And that's what the defense did here. They knew where the sticks were, and they were able to make the tackle short of the line.
Can they keep this drive going? It's 4th down and 6. Looking to throw. It's Kromenhoek. He's got it near the end zone. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up to try the extra point. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments.
This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First and 10 now for the offense. It's a run to the left. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They make the tackle, but that screen pass call worked out. They gained the first down yardage.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. You think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Handoff in a single back formation. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Third down after that running play. Can he get there on the ground? The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Caught quickly. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
The Seminoles are in the red zone. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Back to throw again. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Back to pass. It's Kromenhoek. They've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
Keeping it on the ground here. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made after a big gain.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Ball handed off. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. They can move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs, and we're seeing another one right here.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
2nd down after that previous play. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Heading left after the handoff.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Handoff heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just run and pound and go quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Looking right, this one caught. Finding space at the 20. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And the defense says, not again. They wouldn't let him get loose for the scramble. Brought him down for a short gain.
You know, nice design here with the bootleg to get him out to the outside, off to the right. Looks downfield, nobody's open, so instead of throwing it and forcing it into coverage, he's got the athletic ability there to pick up a nice couple yards.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback dropping back. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Strong game by this quarterback.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of him, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchdown. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. To throw, it's Kromenhoek. Catch made on the right side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. That completion makes it second and short. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He's hit as he throws it. And is intercepted. Breaking free at the 35.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
First and 10.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. How aggressive will this offense be? They can get into field goal range easily, but maybe they'll take a shot at the end zone. Looking to set up a screen pass here. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And a sophomore making an impact play. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Nice throw, caught for a completion. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. This will be a 43-yard attempt. He knocks this one right through. Hold on, there is a flag. If it's on the defense, it would still be fourth down. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 15, set to kick it away.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set up. It's a first down play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking downfield. It's Kromenhoek. Finds an open target on the left side.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Boy, another great throw by this quarterback to be able to pick up a first down and keep this drive alive. I'll tell you, he's starting to kind of feel like he's getting into a zone. Boy, Chris, over the years, how many Florida State quarterbacks have we seen get in that zone? Guys like Chris Weinke and Jameis Winston, Charlie Ward. Man, so many good signal callers that have played at FSU.
Second down coming up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Toss it to the back, running left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. There's contact on the throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, the defense was all over the field in the first half, and as we see here, more of the same to start this third quarter. Big question to me is, now you got a fourth down. You look at that scoreboard, you almost start to wonder, should I go for this?
And the Noles will line up to kick it away. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. Returner decides to fair catch this. Joins the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got the lead, but had to settle for a field goal last time out. They'd love to find the end zone here. Looking for a gap, it's Carter. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
And he's got it again. Breaks loose at the 45. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
They're going to run it here. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Chris, really good job here by the quarterback and the receiver, but the defender does a good job of elbowing just enough to keep him out of bounds and prevents the first down.
Buckeyes will look to convert here on fourth down. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
On a tight game like this, you're on the road, why not take a chance? Go for it, you hit it, and you quiet the crowd in the process.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Moves left out of the pocket. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
This is great. This is what the great ones do. Uses his legs to buy a little bit more time rolling to his left, and at one point, he flipped a switch from passer to runner. He got a pretty good gain out of it, too.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. So the offense flexing here, Perkins, stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
That makes the score.
Automatic on the PAT.
24, Florida State, 7.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last drive stalled and were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
42 spot.
Dropping back, it's Kromenhoek. Running back has it on the screen now. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Third down, out of the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Looking for his big tight end. Finds his man, has the first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Handoff to the back. He shreds the tackle. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 24, Florida State 7.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Kromenhoek. Receiver makes the grab.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Looking for his big tight end. And he's got it. They made the 1st down. Brought it down to the 31.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Brought down, but it's past the line of the game.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense, but they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
Oh, and it's incomplete. They call a screen on 1st down, but he just dropped it.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Becoming a long march. Play number 10 of the drive coming up.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw it again. Delivers quickly to the left side. He's got it for a big gain. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about...
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field.
Okay, ready?
Here we go. 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Past the 50. At the 30 now. Crosses the 10. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
Number 15, set to advance on the football.
Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here.
And your Florida State Seminoles will take over 1st and 10.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Second down play coming up for this offense. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. To the air, it's Kromenhoek. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain. And the Seminoles hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Incompletion sets up a second down.
Let's go!
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Contact as he threw it. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Number 89 with the catch in the end zone.
The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Strong defense. They stop him right near the line of scrimmage.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
31, Florida State 13.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive.
Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They'll run it to the left. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
That's another good run here by this back. You know, he's been inside, he's been outside. At times he's had to be patient, showing his vision. He now has 97 yards on the ground today. A few more carries, he's likely going to go over the century mark.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
First down and 10 now.
325.
Here comes the handoff. Runs through the defender.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
The back's got it. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. An important third down attempt for this offense. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Takes the ball and heads to the left. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
2nd down play coming up. Using his legs, it's Carter. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, the thing that's really stood out today for this offense has been the balance. Now, they've gotten some yardage out of the running back. He's done his job. The offensive line is protected and given the quarterback a chance to be able to throw the football. He's been able to throw the football into the end zone. Now they're just looking to put on the finishing touches to win the game.
The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
That's a first down for the offense.
So a good W here. Their season is up and running. The goal was to be 1-0, but also, Kirk, we got a chance to see what this team is capable of when they play their best.
I completely agree with you, Chris. I was definitely impressed with this performance. We'll just have to see how far this team can really go.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.